Okay, we are live, believe it or not, in the basement of the Capitol, and this is awesome. Julie Cantrell is going to talk to us a little bit about why the hemp industry is so up in arms right now in the Kentucky legislature. So let's just hear about why you're here and the bills that you are supporting, the bills that you'd like to not see pass.
Well, I would like to support House Bill 136. That's kind of why I'm here. I have a son who has epilepsy, so I'm all for medical marijuana for patients, and we're just trying to get that passed.
Talk to us a little bit about the hemp industry in Kentucky and why it's important. Oh, you can do it. Come on. You guys are good.
All right, give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. And now Tim Cantrell is here. This is awesome. We love it. Talk to us a little bit about the hemp industry in Kentucky, Tim, and why it's important.
I can't speak for the broader hemp industry. That would be more the hemp people, the hemp
and cannabis.
Yeah, we're here supporting patients, and we're here supporting House Bill 136, which is medical cannabis in the state of Kentucky. How this is going to look, should it pass, will be determined, when it passes and elements within the bill. So the whole hemp industry, I can't really speak for them as to what they're supporting and what they're against. That's we're not here for the recreational bill or bills that are out there. We are really strictly supporting here for House Bill 136.
Okay, a ton of states have already allowed marijuana to be grown and medical marijuana to be grown, harvested, and sold. Why is Kentucky behind the curve on this? Talk to us about the importance of what you're trying to accomplish with your bill.
That's a great question. Because Kentucky really stands to benefit better than most states. I mean, historically, Kentucky is a great place to grow cannabis, and people are already growing cannabis all across Kentucky. So what we're trying to do is regulate that, legalize that, regulate that, and get it into the hands of the patients and the people that need it. And this bill is a really tight bill. It's been forged over several years. It's been narrowed down. We've got a really good bill this year, and we really stand a great chance of passing.
Excellent. Now, for people who are so concerned about marijuana, which is something that we've heard over and over again. People are talking about these intoxicating drugs, these things that are gateways, all these things that people kind of put out there that are not necessarily true. Talk about the benefits of medical marijuana to people who are suffering from various and sundry, especially cancer, various and sundry disease, anxiety and depression and pain.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yes. Well, you alluded to it. There's so many different ailments, maladies that medical cannabis can treat. We're here specifically. This whole journey personally began for us due to our son, and he's 21 years of age now. But he had seizures starting, petit mal seizures starting at age 4. He had grand mal seizures starting at age 10. So it's really his afflictions have held him back a little bit in life. We've seen how in other states, in legal states where medical cannabis has helped seizure disorders. Obviously, I just heard a story this morning about somebody who had a cancer and a tumor had shrunk just from cannabis, and just in a few weeks of applying cannabis with the added THC. So it just runs the gamut. Our bill right now, it allows for there's a PTSD amendment I just heard about. So there's so many veterans across the state of Kentucky that can benefit from this, from PTSD, cancer, our own seizure journey, you name it. So as far as it being any kind of detriment, when you compare it to things that are already legal, like harmful pharmaceutical medicines that may or may not work half the time. You already have alcohol that's rampant not only legal in this state, but celebrated in this state. So we're just asking for legality, safe access to this medicine, because it is medicine, whether or not you realize it when you consume cannabis, you're consuming medicine. So we just want it legalized, same as it is 37 other states. We don't want to be the last ones.
I think that's one of the most important keys. And thank you for the time that you've given us. We appreciate it. I'm going to ask Virginia Lee from Steel and Leaf to hop in here.
Absolutely.
Talk to us a little bit about Senate Bill 170, which is another bill that we came down to learn more about today. Virginia?
Yes, so 170 was introduced by Paul Hornbeck as a emergency bill, which emergency bills go into effect as soon as they pass. There's no time to start. It's immediate. So retailers such as myself and my store, Steel and Leaf, would have to immediately close down and completely refigure our business plans. And that's just on the retailer's approach. Now, what it's going to hinder for the hemp industry as a whole, especially in the state of Kentucky, is that it's going to immediately and totally bar hemp from ever being researched, developed, or processed for derivatives. Those derivatives are not harmful, they're not synthetic, they are active parts of the cannabis plant and the hemp plant, and they have shown in studies to be beneficial for people and for animals, for everyone. And it's a move that baffles me as a consumer as to why a bludgeoning or a blooming industry that we could do so much with is going to be stunted to the point that it's going to hinder any growth or development forever. So when we look at the numbers of the U.S. as to what hemp is doing, there's 4 different avenues of 4 different categories. There's floral, there's fiber, grain, and seed. Kentucky already does not allow the sale of flower, which is the floral component. Floral is the leading amount in all of the hemp industry that is driving the market. That is where the industry is, and we cannot meet them there. What are we doing? What are our hemp fields doing? What are our farmers doing? And what are our legislators doing for us to support us? If the revenue is there, the research is there, development is there, why are we no longer a part of that? SB 170 will forever be a dampening force that will further hinder us and remove us from the hemp industry as a whole. And I seriously consider or strongly recommend that everyone call your legislators, everyone let it be known that SB 170 will hurt Kentuckians and will not help anyone.
So what I'm gathering from both bills that we're sitting here talking about right now, spiritually, mentally and medically, it would definitely benefit us. Economically, it would definitely benefit us. And so, like both people have said, please call your legislators. Let them know how important this bill is to you. And so, I thank you guys all for the information that you're giving today, because I think that a lot of people don't realize the fight that we are having here in Kentucky, because in so many other states it's legal, and so. So yeah, I really hope that we all get to know these bills and understand them, and push for the one to go and for the one to stop.
Right.
Because we got one that we want and one we want to stop. Right.
Right. Absolutely. And we can work with both, and they can work together.
Right.
The beautiful thing about Delta 8, Delta 10, THCO, THCP, and HHC these are naturally occurring derivatives in cannabinoids that already exist. And these are things that other states are already working with. As it stands right now, our hemp farmers have to ship out their harvest to be processed elsewhere. So then it can then come back into the state and be sold as a product. That's ridiculous. If we have the means and we have the way to make this done in-house, in-state, then why are we shipping our things out for other people to then see profit and gain on our product. If we are a Kentucky proud state and we want to support Kentucky, then why can't we keep it in Kentucky?
Right.
Why haven't we been leading research and development on these derivatives? Because we are already so rich. Our soil is perfect for hemp. And we have seen what hemp can do for the industry, but where the industry is moving, we need to follow. If we cannot lead, we must be able to follow, and we need to stay on top of it.
So there's the legislative hotline number.
Yes, so the legislative hotline number is 1-800-372-7181. I highly recommend that you ask to speak to a representative. If you do not know your representative, you can go online to, Kentucky?
You can leave a message with your information
And they will direct you. So
Yeah.
if
You can ask for the committee, you can ask for the entire House, the entire Senate, whatever you need to do. And you want to vote no on Senate Bill 170 and yes on House Bill 136.
yes.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, Virginia. We appreciate you. Y'all listen up because this is going to be a learning experience. We are in Frankfort today. Reinhardt, Summer, and I are all down here to amplify the message, and there is a lot to learn about the legislature. And this is where the real stuff happens, where the boots are on the ground, where the rubber meets the road. And all the stuff that you do at home is wonderful, but you really got to get out and do the legislative stuff because this is where all of the power and control is in Kentucky. So thanks for joining us today, you guys.
And